Hello and welcome. It's your main math man, Mr. Lyons here, and today we're determining the relationship between the volume of a cylinder and the volume of a cone, and we're finding the volume of these things, right? Volume is just another unit of measurement, how much space you can fit into something, right? So let's draw a cylinder. Look at my dope art skills. Yo, son, what shape is gonna be my base of my cylinder, right? Look at how I'm drawing this bad boy. Look at my dope art skills, yo, son. That's my cylinder right there, right? Right, like the inside of a paper towel tube. And then a cone, very similar. Try to draw a cone. I start with my base here. Notice the shapes of my base. And then I come down, right? My cylinder, which one do you think can hold more? A cone or a cylinder? Right, a cylinder holds more. So make sure you just draw these so you have an idea about what they look like. And we're going to be finding how much space you can fit inside these things today. Really exciting stuff. So the volume of a cylinder can be found by using the area of the base. Now, what shape is the base? That's right, which in a cylinder is a circle. Right? The base is a circle. All right, so you find the area of the base, and then you multiply it by the height. It's actually quite simple, right? Because you take a circle, right? You take the base, and then you just fill it up with as many circles as you can with the height, how tall it is. You can do this because a cylinder is essentially constructed by stacking circles over and over until you reach a desired height. The formula to determine the volume of a cylinder, so let's think about that, right? So to find the volume of a cylinder, what do you have to do? You have to find first the area of the base. And we know the area of the base is it's a circle. How do you find the area of a circle again? Right? We know circumference is cherry pies are delicious, right? Does that sound familiar to you? Cherry pies are delicious. Sorry, excuse me. Cherry pies are delicious. And then we have apple pies are too, right? So we know the circumference is cherry pie is delicious, and apple pies are too. Remember that? Apple pies are too. That's how I remember it. So the area here for a circle is apple pie times r squared. Apple pies are too. All right. So you take the area of the base, which is a circle. Right? That's the area of the base right here. And then you just multiply it by how tall it is. You take the circle at the bottom and then you just stack them up to a desired height. All right, this is the formula we're going to be focusing on today. All right, memorize this formula. This is very important. You take the area of the circle, the base, and you just stack it up. Let's take a look at example 1 here. Find the volume of a cylinder with a radius of 6 centimeters. That's important information. And a height of 8 centimeters. That's also important information. Write your answer. I love when they say write your answer in terms of pi. That means we don't have to turn it to 3.14, put in the calculator, then use the calculator to round your answer to the nearest what? The nearest tenths here. The most important thing when you're finding the volume is to look at the shape, annotate the shape, right? We know the radius is 6 centimeters. If we know the radius is 6 centimeters, how much would the diameter be? Ooh, remember, you have the radius, and then you have the diameter going all the way across, right? The diameter would be 12, double the radius. I hope this is bringing back memories here. The height I can label is 8 centimeters here, right? Now that we have our shape labeled, it's always good that you visualize your shape. Now that we have this labeled, the next thing you think I'm going to write if I'm doing geometry and calculating the dimensions? I'm going to write V equals pi r squared times my height. Do I have any information I can substitute here? Absolutely, I do. Now, I'm not going to change pi because I'm going to leave it in terms of pi. But what can I substitute in for r? Absolutely, I can substitute 6 times, can I put anything here for h? Absolutely, I'm going to multiply that by 8. Now I'm going to go down, and I'm going to just follow my order of operations. 6 squared is going to be 36 pi. We're not changing pi. All right, you can put pi 36, but it's usually 36 pi times 8, when you multiply, and you could just put a multiplication sign here, right? 36 times 8 is what I'm going to do. What's 36 times 8? I got 288 pi. Now I'm not done yet. This is my answer in terms of pi, but now I'm going to put this in my calculator. Go ahead and put this in your calculator. Tell me what you get. Put this in your calculator. Tell me what you get. Remember, we have to round to the nearest tenths. So I got, pause the video and see what you get. I got 904 point what? 77. Now I go out to the hundredths place because I have to underline the place value. We're rounding to the nearest tenths. Underline the place value. Look next door. Is more than 4? Yes. My 7's going to grow into an 8. And this is my volume here. But don't forget your units. Since we're multiplying 3 different things here, we're multiplying 3 different pi, radius, and height. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to put centimeters cubed. We have 3 different dimensions here. 3 different dimensions here that we're using. Centimeters cubed. And it's quite that simple. The biggest thing is finding your dimensions, drawing out your shape, and then just substituting, okay? Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. And you're going to watch a video on the next slide because that's how you find the volume of a cylinder, right? And then now we're going to think, well, how do you find the volume of a cone? Which do you think can hold more, a cone or a cylinder, right? Think about that, and I'll check you in a little bit.